Hi there, this is Josh Hinds. I want to just take a minute to share a little quick message with you called Going Beyond New Year's Resolutions. Time of this recording is just we're right before the new year. Everybody's gotten some kind of New Year's resolution set. I'm guessing you probably have one, two, or how many. Probably like a lot of people, you may have some experiences where you set them, you went great guns and gung-ho towards them, and then you hit a point where you broke and stopped, whether intentional or purpose, or maybe just something legit, some legitimate reason got in your way, and you stepped away from doing the things that were moving you forward towards that resolution's accomplishment, and because you had set it, if you will, in your mind as a New Year's resolution, you sort of knowingly or unknowingly, if you will, gave yourself permission to not come back to it. So, and I'll say there's a school of thought that says that talks about, well, don't even set New Year's resolutions. Instead, just use terms like goals and things like that, because you really don't want to give yourself permission to stop doing what you're doing, or think that if there's a break in time where you don't get the progress that you want off of that initial one, that you cannot come back to it. I really don't care what you call it. To be honest with you, I think New Year's resolutions can be wonderful as long as we do realize that it's not, that really it's just setting a goal. And the point is, life is going to pull you in different directions. And if you have a goal that you're making progress on, or New Year's resolution, if you want to call it that you're making progress on, and something pulls you away from that, in the moment that you think of that you say, hey, I got away from that, I'd like to get back on track, you have the power to do that. You got to make a choice, you got to make a commitment, but you can get right back on that horse and start riding again anytime you want to. So do look at yourself more as a goal setter. Introduce that into your life. You don't have to use the term goal setting. It's creating positive habits, whatever you want to do. But understand that's something that you can do. If you're willing to make a plan, come up with the action steps, and work those things that you identify that need to be done, it will amaze you what a positive impact it can have in your life. You amaze you at the things that you can accomplish, and probably maybe even unconsciously you've done a lot of those things throughout your life, if you'll take the time to kind of track back and look through some of your wins and accomplishments. So again, I'm not here to scold anybody that uses the term New Year's resolution. You can start it whenever you want. I want you to just think a little bit beyond that and look at it as more of a mindset, in that you are a goal setter. And keep this in mind, whatever you want to accomplish, you can. If you're willing to put a plan together and identify those steps that need to be done, be consistent. Nobody can promise you how long it's going to take you to make the things that you want to see, manifest in your life, come to fruition. But lots of great things don't always follow a timeline. That's certainly been the case in my life in different things. And the cool thing about it is, when you look at it really as more of a journey, you end up doing things that you wouldn't have even seen coming together. People that know my story, when I started out, I was mostly just sharing a lot of other people's resources, people whose work I enjoyed. And here, many years later, I speak and get to speak to groups and work with people and do the consulting and things like that. So you never know what you're capable of doing, but you gotta, it's like that old saying, it's gonna sound cliche, but you gotta be in it to win it. And being in it is often as simple as just keeping the eye on what you want to see accomplished, identifying those actions that you need to take, and just every single day being consistent and working on those actions. Things will pop up and challenges will appear, but as long as you stay in it and you give yourself enough wiggle room, as I like to say, to work within what comes your way, you'll find solutions for it. You'll find yourself back on the path if you bump off a little bit. Again, make this a part of your life. Be a goal setter. Look at it as something that you do year in and year out, ongoing. Remember, it is your life. Live big.